Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I'm going to bring you a video today on, I'm going to be altering a handheld mirror, and this is a Dollar Tree mirror. Just these ones that you find at the Dollar Tree. These were actually like a peach color when I bought them, and I painted them white. You know me and my white paint. And then I have some different laces and pearls and flowers and things that I'm going to be embellishing it with. It's going to be really pretty. And I'm also going to decoupage this flower print onto the back side of it here. So I've already made a couple of these just to show you what I've already done. And I'm just going to kind of move this stuff out of the way, because it's kind of hard to see one thing when you've got a whole bunch of busy stuff behind it that you're trying to see past. So I'm just going to move this stuff all over. And I did this one today that we're going to do in the video today is going to be in purples. I did this one in pinks. Look how pretty that turned out. And I Mod Podged it as well with my favorite rose pattern. And then it's just got a whole bunch of little floral embellishments, some lace down here, a bow, and then I put a little lace trim there at the bottom. But it came out absolutely gorgeous. I may be doing a little finishing on these two that I've already completed at the end of the video when I finish off my purple one. And I also did this one in blue. Look at how pretty that came out. I absolutely love this one. And then I also decoupaged it with a floral print here. And then the decoupage print has some blue in it. It's just a very faint blue. So I went ahead and did the embellishments in blues, and I thought it really, it's pinks and blues. But I thought it came out really pretty. And again, I put one of my, a little embellishment at the bottom here with a couple of little roses and a little piece of lace behind them. So I just think that these two came out really pretty. And like I said, I think I'm probably going to add a little bit of sparkle to these before I'm all said and done. A little bit of stickles. You know me and my stickles. I want to show you guys, I put these in one of my videos. My husband had made these Merry Christmas 2022 ornaments, and he had made them with the hole up at this end, and they were kind of facing that direction. And while I do love these and I still think they're great ornaments to sell, I asked him to do some going in this direction with the hole at this end. So he did do some more of these. I'm going to put some of these in my shop, and if they sell well, all I have is what's in front of me here. So if they do sell well, then I will put some more in the shop. He'll do some more for me. These are actually on an oak. They're a little bit nicer than the other ornaments that he made. The other ones he did on a birch plywood, and this is actually oak, and these are really nice. They're oak on both sides, and I think it's an oak veneer, but you can even see the edges are really smooth and nice on these. So these are really nice ornaments, really well made. And then he did some round ones for me as well, and I thought these were super cute. But these would be really great embellished. I may take one from each from each stack and do a video and embellish one of each. I thought that might be fun to do. So you can look forward to that. I'm sure I will be doing that. I just have to get the time. And I want to show you guys really quick. Look what I did to my hammer. My husband gave me this hammer out of his garage, and I actually got paint on the metal part of the hammer, which I'm gonna sand off. I just did these. And then I put some of my rub-on decals on it. Isn't that cute? I love my hammer. So now everybody knows this is Carol's hammer. So nobody will take it from my craft room and then not return it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this video today, and we're gonna try and make this happen. This, you can see this pearl is not, it's not a whole piece that's going to go all the way around. It's going to go part of the way around. And the reason is that this is all I have of this, and I really, really want to use this pearl. This is a wired strand of pearls. I do not have any more, and I absolutely love this wired pearl. And so I need to get on Amazon and see if I can find some more of this because I need to have another roll of it. I got this in some Happy Mail, and I've been using it like crazy ever since I got it, and now it's gone. So anyway, so this is going to be fine because like you can see in these, there's a lot of flowers in that section, so I really don't need it to go all the way around. So I'm just going to do this where I know I need to have them, and I'll start them sort of right here and go around to this side. Wherever it lands, and the flowers will be going up and over that anyway. So I am going to use some E6000 for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few lines of E6000, and I'm going to leave a couple of spots open for some hot glue so that it will stick down immediately and I won't have any trouble. It's probably not going to move much anyway because when I put the edging on my other ones, I used E6000 and it just stayed right there. So I didn't have any trouble, but being that this is a wired strand, I didn't know how well this would just hold down in one spot. So I decided I want to put some hot glue on there too, just to ensure that it stays where it needs to be while I'm putting this on. So, but I do have to hold it down when I get it in the hot glue. I didn't do that in this spot here, so it kind of came off of there. So we're just going to hold it for a second in each of those spots. And that way I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Let's get going around here. I hope everybody's having a good day. This is, for me, Monday. I don't know what day this video will be published on YouTube, but it's Monday for me. You guys, I'm working so hard. I am trying so hard to get my sales up in my Etsy shop, and they are up, way up this year from what they've been in the past, especially over the last couple of months. I've been doing really well, but I need to get it doing better, or I am absolutely going to have to get back to work, working full-time. So I'm trying really hard to make my Etsy shop fly. And I want to thank all of you that have been supporting my Etsy shop and buying stuff. I know a lot of you are buying holiday presents, Christmas presents and things like that for family and friends. And I thank you all so much for for your support in, you know, my shop and my channel and everything else. It's really helping me to be able to keep going. I'm sorry, I've been talking too much lately and my voice is just about gone. I'm going to go ahead and put this pretty lace embellishment down at the bottom because I already know that's where I want that to go. And again, I've got stuff in my fingernails, so they're not really dirty. They're just full of distress ink and things like that. Okay, now this is something I should have done before I put those pearls on, and I wasn't thinking. I got busy talking instead of thinking this through. I should have put this on before. I'm going to get my Mod Podge out here, and we're going to decoupage this napkin on here. So I'm just going to take this and kind of go up to the edge of those pearls and hope that I can get it to lay in there just right now that I kind of made that mistake. One of the things that happens Not a lot I can do about it, but I'm not going to pull those pearls off to do this. So we're just going to hope and pray that this turns out good. All right, so we're going to start down here at the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of push it under those pearls, just like that. And I'll take my scissors along here too, where I feel like I need to, and just snip some of that off. Like right here, I've got way too much. I'm just going to snip some of that off and push it down, and it looks just fine. I like to do the decoupage first, because then it just all lays right underneath those pearls and I don't have any problems because the pearls are on top of it. But I boo-booed. And I'm going to take this side and go right along here and snip this little bit off. And again, it's not going to be a big deal because there are going to be flowers going over this section, so it's not going to be a huge big deal. And it's actually laying in there really quite nicely, so I guess it wasn't too big a mistake. Just have this one little spot here. And then I'm going to add these purple bits because I knew there was going to be a couple of sort of blankish spots. So I want to put these purple flowers in there because I wanted to get a little more purple into it than what was in that piece of napkin that I originally put down. So adding some purple flowers there. And I want to get some sort of in this middle section a little bit, or maybe off to the edge, without trying to kind of cover up the leaves and things. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Mod Podge right there. And there we go. Voila, we have more purple. Oh, you guys, I'm having so much fun crafting in my craft room again. I just love this. Makes me happy. So you can see I did cut a little extra out right there, but that's okay. It's gonna be covered with flowers. So we've got that on there. And isn't that gorgeous? And you can see we've got a little extra of the purple in there, which is what I was going for because we are using purples and pinks in this. So a little bit of both will be visible. And I think with this, I'm going to cut the floral part of this away from the edge here. And I'll probably use both parts of this, but I just want to kind of have it coming out a certain way. And I think what I'd like to do is kind of have a little bit of this sort of hanging over. The only thing is that this particular lace is a bit floppy, so that's something that I'm not sure about. So I'm not exactly sure where we're going to put this, but I definitely would like to have it sort of hanging over somewhere. Maybe on this side. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to put that. And my Mod Podge is a little bit wet still, but that's okay. This will still stick down to it. And we're going to just put that right there. And it looks really pretty that way, kind of hanging off the edge a little bit. And it adds that extra purple that I'm looking for. And then I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put this sort of off to this edge. But I want to have it, you know, so that it looks really nice. I need to have the shape right. So I think I'll just kind of go like that with this piece. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue across the back side and lay that right there. And again, that way we kind of have a little bit of the lace sticking out. Now, it may turn out that by the time I'm done with this whole thing, that's going to get all covered up. It very well could. I'm going to be putting this bow down here. So I kind of, what I really need to do is I'm learning that I need to work sort of, when I have a big bow like this on something, I need to sort of work around the bow so that I get everything in the right places. So I just am trying to determine which way do I want this bow to turn. And this time, I've been doing them all this way just because I'm sort of right-handed and right-eyed. And I think I'm going to do this one the opposite direction. Just make it look a little bit different than the other ones. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this bow down. And then we're going to work around it. Just like that. Okay, and I have a bunch of pretty purple roses. These I got from Kiki's sale. And I've got some of these rosebuds that I got from Kiki's. I love these rosebuds so much. I put them in, when I have them, I put them in just about everything I do. Just because I really do love the way that they look in everything. So I'm going to put this little piece of my other favorite lace down sort of in the center. And again, I realize I'm covering up some of the other stuff, but that's okay. That's what I do. But I still have, you know, the pretty decoupage coming out up here, so I'm okay with that. And let's see, let's get started putting some of these roses down. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this centerpiece because I do want to put a piece down in the center of this. And I want to use, maybe I'll use this little piece of lace and then I'll just kind of work with that to make a nice little arrangement sort of on top of the bow. And I'm going to go with purple and pink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pink leaves and I'm going to glue them to the bottom of this purple rose so that they kind of come out there just like that. And then I'll take this little pink rose and I'm just going to kind of glue it right there to the leaves underneath that purple flower. And let me grab my tiny flowers here. I'm sorry, you guys, every time I stand up, this doggone chair has arms on it. And when I stand up, it goes up too far and hits my table because it bounces up and it won't go down any further. Oh, there we go. I got it to go down a little bit. But now I'm sitting really too low. But that's okay. I'll do that for the sake of the video. I'll sit low. Okay. So what I'll do, I think, is put a little white rose sort of with these, and that'll be my centerpiece. And I'm going to kind of have this one. I want to see this lacy one coming out. So I'm going to kind of have that popping out there. I'm going to put this one over to one side. Just like that. I meant to go a little further. I love this lace that I did the bow in. This is my last piece of this lace that I have. It's about a 4-inch wide piece of lace trim. I don't have any more like that, and I've never had it before, and I didn't realize how great it would be for making bows and things. So that's another thing that I need to get some of, is some like 4-inch lace trim. I've been getting so many great things from some of my subscribers lately in Happy Mail packages, and I'm learning that there's a lot of things that I haven't been working with that I'm really enjoying having, but now I'm running out of all of those things, so they're making me want more stuff. So anyway, I'm just so thankful. I have the best, I know I say it all the time, I have the best subscribers in the world that give me so many beautiful embellishments and things to use in my projects. And I'm so, so thankful to have all of you helping me out. And believe it or not, I know you hear it in a lot of YouTube videos that the makers talk about how grateful they are to their subscribers for helping them to be able to create. And my husband said something the other day. He says, I don't know why they always say that. And I said, because if it wasn't for those subscribers, and not only do you have subscribers that donate supplies, which is extremely helpful to a channel because it's very expensive to do this stuff. And it's not something that people just have a lot of money to spend on necessarily. And so when they get it from their subscribers, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to me, for sure. And I said, so yeah, they are helping them. They are keeping them afloat and keeping them in the videos, because if it wasn't for those people donating, they wouldn't be able to put out the kind of projects that they do. They might still be able to do videos, but they'd have to use odds and ends that they have sitting around. And believe me, when I started my channel, that's exactly what I did. I did all of my videos on little bits of things. I saved every bead, every jump ring that came off of something that I took something off of. I would save that jump ring so that I could use it on something else. And I did that all the time. And so it's a big deal. And you guys are a big deal to me. And I can't say enough about what it means to me to have the help that I get and to get all of these wonderful supplies. And I literally have people donating a little bit here and there, sending me a check or whatever, just so that I can go buy some of the things that maybe they can't get for me. And that's not necessary, not at all. It almost, at first it made me feel bad that people, and I have never asked for it, but it almost made me feel bad that people were sending me, supplies and sometimes a little bit of money here and there. But one of my very, very beautiful friends told me one day, because she wanted to send me something, and I told her no. I said, you can't, no, it's okay, I'm okay, and she said, she asked me if I was going to deny her the opportunity to bless me, and that she didn't think that was fair of me. And then I felt even worse. And I learned, I was talking to my sister one day, and my sister actually made it clear to me that when someone says they want to bless you, you have to let them do it. They're doing it because they want to, not because they have to, and you are kind of denying them if you don't allow that to happen. So anyway, make it thinner, the stick. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Huh?
It's too late now.
Oh. But I think it's cool.
It's ugly.
No, it's not. Finish it up. I want to see it finished. I think it's going to be pretty. And it's your first one, so. My husband's showing me another thing that he's trying to get it perfected. We saw a video where they were making coffee scoops, wooden coffee scoops, and they're so beautiful. And I told him, I said, you should make those so that we can sell them in the Etsy shop. I said, I think those would really, really sell well. They are so pretty, you guys. Oh my goodness. So today he's out there trying to make his first one, and he just brought it in to show it to me. He's not happy with it, but I told him, finish it. Just keep going. Just keep working on it. And I said, I think it's going to be beautiful, but you know, it takes time to perfect things like that you've never made before. And he's just so darn good. He's working on his lathe today. He's not working on his CNC machine. He's working on the lathe. And so I love it, particularly when he works on the lathe. Those are the projects that I really, really love. I love the stuff on the CNC machine. Don't get me wrong. That stuff is gorgeous. But I do love it when he hand turns his pens and things like that, because I just feel like he puts so much time and effort into those things, and they always just turn out so pretty. So for me, I absolutely love the lathe. I'm trying to think to figure out if I need, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to put a couple of pink flowers in here. I wasn't thinking about that I hadn't put any pink ones in. But it does need some. Oh, goodness. And here I have kind of filled it up. I think I'm going to pull this out. Oh, tore the leaf a little bit, but just the back part. It'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to put this pink flower here because I do want to have the pink in this as well. I love, love, love pink and purple together. I wanted this one to be kind of mostly purple, but with splashes of pink. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I'll put that one back there now. Get a little bit of glue on there and pop that in behind those. And I love these little kind of hydrangea looking flowers because I can kind of push them up a little bit so that they kind of stand up, and I just think they're so pretty. And then, let's see. I don't know if I want to use any of my pink rosebuds or not, because I'm almost out of these pink ones. I'm going to put those aside, and we'll see at the last minute if we need to add some of those in there. But this one's going to be pretty loaded with flowers. Okay, I'm going to add this white rose here, just because I sort of have a little empty spot there. And then I have these little purple filler flowers, I call them fillers, that I can pop in here and there between some of the other flowers to give those pops of purple, just like that. And I have a couple of those here. I just need to figure out where exactly I want them to go. I really think I'm only going to use a couple of them, though. Let me look at this. Oh, you guys, my stomach is growling and growling, and I really hope you can't hear that because it's really loud. I don't know how many of you know, I probably haven't even talked about it, but back in 2009, I had gastric sleeve surgery, and that's where it's not the banding, and it's not the big gastric surgery, but it's where they just basically cut your stomach down to where it's, instead of being the size of a football, it's the size of a banana, we'll say. They cut it in about a third of what its normal size is. So I had that back in 2009. I was quite overweight and needed to do something about it, and I had just tried so many diets and things like that, and it just wasn't happening for me, and I needed to get healthy, and so I went for it, and I had the surgery done, and I lost 80 pounds. And that was the best thing I ever did in my life because it made me healthy again. But the one side effect that I have from it is that my stomach makes a lot of noise. And it's really embarrassing. When I was working, you know, we always had a lot of meetings. I had to go to, with the nurses and doctors and stuff, I had to attend their meetings every week. And sure enough, if I eat anything, just one bite, my stomach is going to start making noises. It just automatically happens. That's what my stomach does. And so, of course, they would always bring bagels or muffins or something to the meetings. And I would go ahead and chance it and eat something, and there my stomach would start. And I would be so embarrassed. But the good part about it was that I was with doctors and nurses and stuff, and they kind of understood what was going on, so they didn't think it was quite so weird as maybe somebody else would that didn't know anything about that surgery. But a lot of them didn't even know I had had the surgery, so wasn't something I really talked about all the time. But anyway, just embarrassing. So my stomach makes a lot of noise, and I didn't just eat, but even if I take, like I have my something to drink here, one sip of that, and my stomach's going to make noises in about a minute. But I have to eat and I have to drink. So anyway, so I lost 80 pounds, you guys. And best thing I ever did. And I did gain some of it back. Actually, almost half. And then a few years ago, for really no apparent reason, I started losing a lot of weight. And I lost about 55, 60 pounds. And so now I am literally smaller now than I was when I was a teenager. So needless to say, when that happened, I started to get fearful, and I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought maybe I had cancer or something. So then I started panicking and going to the doctors and getting tests run and stuff. But they never came up with anything that was truly wrong with me, so I went along with that and decided that my body just needed to lose weight. And I don't know whether it was maybe even a little bit of anxiety from the job or what it might have been, but because I was working an extremely stressful job in hospice before I left. And so part of me thought maybe that was what my problem was. I just got too anxious all the time, and it was getting to me. I loved working in hospice. When I first started working hospice, I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. But I have to say, since COVID came along, healthcare jobs in general have changed tremendously. And they're not what they used to be. And the people aren't what they used to be. And so I really got to a point where if I do go back to work, I don't think I'm going to go back to healthcare. I'm going to try and find something, just a regular job somewhere. I told my husband I'm going to go try and find a job at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or someplace like that where I can actually have fun while I work. Don't you guys think that would be fun? I do. I think it'd be awesome. It's just a matter of will that pay the bills. So that part I'm not so sure about, but if I do have to go back to, if I can get my Etsy store to be doing well enough, then maybe I can do a job like that and just work part-time hours and still really be able to concentrate on my my YouTube channel and my Etsy store and have the best of both worlds, you know. So that's ultimately what I would like to have happen. I don't mind working at all. I'm not opposed to working. I just don't want to work in a high stress environment anymore. I can't do that anymore. I'm too old for that. So it's just time for me to find something that's a little less taxing on my brain. And so I am sort of looking, in fact, I'm going to have to really get serious and start really looking for a job here. Because while my Etsy shop is doing well right now, it's doing so well. I mean, my stats are way up there and all of that. It's just not quite enough. So I have to do my part. And with Jeff being on disability, it makes it even that much more important. Plus, I don't have any health insurance, and that's not good. Not at my age. It's not good to not have health insurance. So that's another thing that I have to really consider. Okay, I'm going to put this other little piece, oops, I'm out of glue. And I'm running out of glue sticks again. So I need to buy some more glue sticks. At least I think I do. I need to look around and make sure I didn't put them aside somewhere. I may still have more of them and I just put them aside. So I need to look around and see if I've got more and don't have to buy them. So okay, so that's all of that stuff. I'm gonna stop putting flowers on here now, and I'm just wondering if I want to put one of these little bows in there somewhere. These are just little ivory colored bows that have a little pearl in the center of them. The little packages you get. These came to me in some Happy Mail, but I'm thinking maybe about putting, maybe, no, I don't want it there. No, I don't think this needs that. I'm going to put those in my jar with my little flowers and leave it at that. Okay. And we're not going to use that. The only thing I'm wondering if I want to put a little bit more of is this purple trim. And I think what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to cut a little piece of it off here and throw it in right there just to have a little peak of purple coming out from this flower. Yeah, I think that looks really, really pretty. Very, very happy with how this is turning out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my, you all know I'm no longer using triple thick, but what I have found out is that if I use my clear glue that I get from the Dollar Tree, that it, trying to find something to squeeze some out in, I'm just going to use this lid here, that it actually works really, really well for, okay, so now my glue is plugged up there. It actually works really, really well when I want to put my glass glitter on stuff. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to take a paintbrush. I'm going to grab my glass glitter, and I'm using Twinklet's glass glitter. And I've got like 4 big jars of this, 3 or 4 big jars of this, because I got a whole bunch from my friend Candace in Happy Mail a while back. And she sent me a whole bunch of glass glitter, and she sent me a bunch of triple thick and things like that. And like I said, I've just kind of quit using triple thick just because of the yellowing that it was causing to happen in my stuff. I need to get this paintbrush out of the package here. So anyway, I have tried this clear glue. It's the Jot brand clear glue that I got at the Dollar Tree. Works like a charm. Does the same thing that triple thick would do. It dries clear. It puts a nice thick layer over the flowers and things, and it also helps to harden the flowers a bit, so that they're not quite so squishy, you know, over time, because they are paper flowers. So I'm just taking this and I'm just gonna do it the same way I do my triple thick. I'm just gonna layer it in there on the flowers. And I'm not doing all of the flowers with this. I'm just going to do a few, and then I'm also going to use some stickles. So I'm going with glass glitter on my white flowers and my pink flowers, my light colored flowers, and then I'm going to use some silver stickles in on the purple flowers and in a couple of other spots. But you guys know me, and you know I do love my glitter, and I do love the diamond dust, the glass glitter. So I just want to make sure I get some in here in a couple of spots. And I need to make sure that on this particular project, because it is a hand mirror, that I am careful about where I put it and how much I'm putting on there. I mean, it's fine to put a lot of glass glitter on there, but you have to make sure that when you're done with this project that you have tapped all of that glass glitter down so that it's not, I'm putting a little bit on these other flowers too. You tap that glass glitter down so that it's stuck down really well and it's not going to go anywhere once it dries. And again, don't do this at home. I'm using my fingers to put this on here just because it's easier for me right now. And I haven't had any trouble with this cutting me or anything like that, so I'm just using it this way. But I normally use a scoop for my glass glitter. I'm not usually this free with my fingers and glass glitter, but I just want to get it on there quickly and have you guys be able to kind of see what I'm doing. I just want to make sure I get it on all of them. I missed some glue on one of my flowers here that I can see. And it's one of my little white and pink flowers, so I want to make sure that I get it on there. And I'm also going to paint a little bit on this lace. I meant to do that the first time and I didn't. I'm just putting it in a couple of spots there. And then in a couple of places where I put it on the mirror itself and on some of the lace down here. Okay. And then what I'm, oh, I almost put that on top of my glass glitter. That wouldn't have been good. And so now I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm going to push it down so that I don't have little bits popping up on the top of the flowers, because I don't like that when there's like little splintery ones popping up. And I'm tapping it down so that it's on there really well. Just like that. Okay, let me just tip this over on top of my trash can for the purposes of the video. Most of the time I try to save the glass glitter, but this time I'm not going to worry about that. So you can see there's a ton of sparkle in this, kind of all over the place. And now I'm going to put a little bit of stickles on it. Silver. And we're just going to kind of hit some of these little purple flowers here. Just a little bit here and there. I think the silver goes really, really nice with the purple. And I don't have any purple stickles, and I did make some of my own to use on another project, and I did put it on some purple flowers, and it was really pretty. But my problem with it was that the glitter was just a little bit heavier than the stickles glitter. And so that kind of bothered me. So I decided that I'll just not use purple glitter right now. I'm gonna get some stickles and maybe some purple and some pink. And I think I'll be all set, because I have red and green. And I have this bottle of silver now. My friend Kim sent it to me because she knew I had run out of the silver. And the silver is actually my favorite. I love it, love it, love it. I think it just looks so pretty on everything I've put it on. And so I really enjoy using it. So I run out of it quick. but that's just me. I love stickles. I love using it on everything, and I am definitely the queen of sparkle. I like my sparkle. And one of my friends, Judy, she mentioned the other day how happy she was to see that I had used some glass glitter in one of my projects because I hadn't been using it for a little bit. And I did use it in one of my projects recently. And she said she was so happy to see the sparkle back in my project. So I was too. I actually really was glad to add some of the diamond dust in there because I really do love it. It adds a certain sparkle that you can't get from anything else. And I know that there are some plastic type versions of glass glitter, but I did have some. I can't remember what brand it was, but it still wasn't quite the same. So I'm going to keep looking. And I know my friend Debbie over at Kiki Sales said that there was something else that she uses instead of glass glitter. And I can't remember what that is either, but I need to try whatever brand it is that she's using. But she says it's a plasticky kind of a glitter. It's not glass. But she says it does have the same sparkle as the diamond dust does. I'll have to test that out for myself and see if it's the same. But it's worth a try. And we'll put a little bit here, a little bit on these white ones. And I'm just putting it on the tips of these petals here. Okay, I think that's good as far as the stickles goes. So let me hold this up for you and show you guys. So that's it with the stickles on there. Let me just get it a little closer to the camera. So you can see how really, really pretty this is. I know it's very, very embellished, you guys. I know this, but you all know me. And you know I love my flowers and my sparkles and all that stuff. Now we're going to add some blue stickles to this one. So I'm just going to real quick go over this, and I'm going to add some diamond dust to this one too, just to kind of finish it off. And these hand mirrors are meant mostly for looks and decoration. But also, you know, I do know that people will use them, but I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, well. So anyway, I don't want to use too much of the glass glitter, but it'll be fine for, you know, especially for just decorative purposes, because I think most people that buy my hand mirrors are using them either for gifts for people or to decorate a dressing area, you know, either in a bathroom or bedroom, a vanity. I used to have a really beautiful antique vanity that I used to do my makeup at every morning. And I don't have that anymore, and I'm really quite sad that I let it go, because it really was one of my favorite pieces of furniture. But it was one of those things that I let somebody talk me into getting rid of that I never should have. I never should have done that. I should have kept it, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful vanity. It had the big ornate mirror in the center, you know, and just, it was antique, and I had paid a lot of money for it when I bought it back in the day. And yeah, I never should have gotten rid of it. I'm going to put a dot at the center of each of these. Not on the trim, but in the in-between sections. And let's see, anywhere else? I think that's it for the blue stickles. Maybe a little bit on this ribbon. Let me, oh, I missed this flower. I'm just using a little bit though. And then I think I am going to do a little bit of silver on the white flowers. You guys, these hand mirrors really turn out spectacular. If you get the chance to make one yourself, you got to give this project a try, because really they really make a statement. They really are so pretty, and you know, not real expensive to make. You know, they're time consuming, yes. So that's, you know, that's the only thing. You have to spend your time, you know, putting them together, but well worth it. And I think honestly anybody would love to receive one of these as a gift for Christmas or birthday or whatever. I just think it's really a nice gift item, and you can't go wrong. And then if I will have this one in my Etsy shop, all three of these actually. I sell these really well when I put them in my store usually. And so they don't normally stay in the store very long before somebody buys them. So I know it's always a safe project to do and put in my shop, because I know that it's going to sell. A little bit of blue on this little blue flower here. Okay. And now to put a little bit of glass glitter on there. So we're going to get our clear glue. Get my brush, and I'm going to go on some of these light flowers. And I'm going to put a little bit on my lace here from my bow. Just a little bit. And I'm going to put some around on the Mod Podged area. And this glue is actually going to help where we've Mod Podged to kind of seal the image a little bit better. So it's an added bonus. Okay, and time for, oops, I missed some. I didn't get that little flower over here. Okay, now let's get this on there. So I'm just taking my glass glitter and I'm just kind of sprinkling it around everywhere that I know I put that clear glue. And I'm putting a reasonable amount. And I want to put a little bit on this, the white tips of this flower here that's popping up. Okay, and now we're just going to tap it down. Just like that. Okay. So there's the blue one all sparkled up. Look at how gorgeous that is, you guys. They are just beautiful. And I hope, I don't know if it's easier to see the sparkle without that light. We'll see. Let me stand up. I'm going to stand up and see if I can see the camera. Yeah, you're getting quite a bit of that sparkle in the camera. Turn my other light back on. There we go. So you can see it really, really makes a difference. You can see all that sparkle in there. Super pretty. And last but not least, I'm going to do this pink one real quick, and we will be done. With another long video. These ones, especially near the holidays, I'm trying to do these right, and I want you guys to learn the right way to do these. So I'm not going to rush through any of my videos right now, and I'm not going to apologize for them being long. If for some reason you don't have time to sit through the whole thing, please just make sure that you just kind of fast forward through them in parts that, you know, like this where I'm doing glass glitter on all three. You probably don't necessarily need to watch that 3 times. But I like to get them all finished so that I can show you each one as it's completed. And had I thought about it, I would have already done the glass glitter on these prior to doing this video, but I completely forgot, and I left that process out on the original ones that I did. So unfortunately, this is the only way I can do it, and I want to show you guys the finished product. So because these are going in my Etsy shop, so I want you guys to be able to see if it's something that you want to purchase. I want you to be able to see what it really looks like, because when you go into the Etsy store, unfortunately, no matter what you do with the picture taking process, you cannot duplicate the sparkle. And one thing I can do is I can add a short video clip to my listings. And you will see on some of my listings where they have a lot of sparkle and stuff, I do have video clips of those items. So if you run through the pictures in my Etsy store, and you see one that's got the arrow like to play a video, just hit that one and you can see, you know, it's a movement video that will show you the sparkle that's in those particular pieces. So I do that on some of them. But I have found that, you know, I have to take those videos with my phone, and my phone does not do as good a job with videos as my video camera does for my YouTube videos. So I prefer to be able to show that off here during the video rather than just in my Etsy shop. So, okay, so we've got that on there. Put on our glass glitter. And this clear glue really works good for this process. I'm super glad that I figured it out, that I could use it, because it really does work well. And I don't get the yellowing that I get with that doggone triple thick. Keep thinking I'm gonna send them a letter and let them know how many projects they've ruined of mine because of that yellowing. And anything that's been in my store for a length of time that has that in it, I'm starting to take those things out of my store. Some people actually like it. They don't mind it because it gives it a little bit more of a vintage feel. And so in those cases, you know, there are people that actually don't mind that yellowed look. But for me, I just feel like I don't want that in my projects. So from now on, I'm not going to leave things in my store that have yellowed like that. I've even pulled some things out, taken them apart, and redone them, just so that they would look the way I intended them to look. And I'm just going to add a little bit of silver again to some of the white flowers. Just a little bit on the tips. And maybe a little bit on some of the pink ones. Just here and there. So these will have a little bit of glass glitter and the silver. Okay, just putting a tiny dot between these pearls. Okay, this one is almost done. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I missed this white flower completely. And there we go. Okay, so there is our pink one, all done and sparkled up. Look at how pretty that is. So there we have it, you guys. That is 3. Oh, hold on. I did miss something here on the purple one. I didn't put the rhinestone embellishments on it. Doggone it. I'm going to add this. Right there. I'm sorry, you guys. I totally forgot that I had these embellishments that I still needed to put on there. And these are a big deal. Putting that one there, and I already kind of knew exactly where I wanted these to go. Except for this one, I wasn't even sure if I was going to use it, so. I forgot. I had my little balls to put on there. I totally forgot those. So we're going to real quickly add these in here, and then I'll let you guys go. I hope you didn't stop watching at this point. And I'm putting these in because these are so pretty in just about anything you put them into, and they make a huge difference in the finished project, because the color of these is just so vibrant, and the sparkle is really nice, and they just add that nice, really great finishing touch to everything you put it in. And like I said before, these little balls, I'm gonna put some in my store. I'll only have, you know, a limited amount of them available, but I am gonna put some in there, and when they're gone until my store gets them in again, which I have no idea when that will be. But when they do get them in again, I'll try and have more of them available. I'll buy enough so that I'll have them for a while. You know, depending on how fast they sell. Like I said before, they sold super fast, and I was sold out of them fairly quickly. I just had no idea that they would sell that fast. Okay, and I just have one more spot that I do want to put a couple of them in, kind of off to the side, because I want to make this sort of evened out. And you'll see I'm putting these down in threes, sets of 3. That's the way I always do them. Okay, just so you guys can see them, look at how pretty those look in there, and the sparkle that they add. Super pretty. So here we go. We have, let's get these out of the way. We have purple, pink, and blue. So that's how those turned out, you guys. I hope you agree with me that they are super, super beautiful. I love all of them, and depending on your favorite colors, there's a choice of, you know, a lot of people's favorite colors. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not going to apologize for the length, but please, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll get notified when I do future videos. And thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone who is currently subscribed to my channel, and to those of you who are just popping in to watch. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you'll come back to watch more of my videos. Make a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this project, and let me know if you have any tips or tricks for me as well. I do appreciate those comments very, very much. And you all have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.